Hey everybody. I know you're rolling your eyes. Like, love, seriously. A video of the center console of your car. Yes. Because since Love Redeemed, I've been wanting to blog about my writing process for this soon to be released book, but never found the time to because I'm always busy doing my last bit of edits and last reads of, the book that's coming out. And I especially wanted to do it just before Love Delayed because it was such a different process for me. New project, new angle. I mean, I know it was only my second one, but it was still such a huge contrast to Lip. So this time I thought, why don't I do a video? I would do a voice memo. It's people who know me know that I love to voice memo, but I don't think that I would have been able to upload a voice memo. So the next best thing is a video. So I'm gonna hope to get this up to you, and maybe I'll even be able to add some slides. But I want to talk a little bit about Lit and what to expect. Lit is a different project for me too. Everyone knows that Lit is Jackson's story. Many of you, if you recall from the first time I discussed it on Nia Forrester's blog, I shared that it will be a one perspective only. It is not like my last two projects when you have the hero and the heroine's perspective. You only have Elle's perspective. And there's a reason why I did that. That was very, very much deliberate. And that's because I'm a 35-year-old woman. Jackson is a 27-year-old man. I cannot write from the perspective of a 27-year-old man. I just can't do it. I can do a flashback, but I can't do it. And while Jackson is a special type of 26, 27-year-old, I didn't think that I'm not that good. I like to get into people's minds and their psyches, but I'm not that good. So I was able to get into Elle's head, being the same age as her, and I was able to appreciate even her story. You know me, I love broken men and women, and my stories is never going to be light, it's never going to be fluffy, because that's not what attracts, that's not what I attract to myself, and that's just not, to me, that's just not the most interesting read. And I've said that before. That's what you want. You're not going to get that from an LB project. So you're going to see these two torn individuals who are obviously attracted to each other. Thinking about my betas and their feedback. So far, we don't have a disgruntled beta, meaning we don't have a beta who hates the project. Unlike with Waiting to Breathe, it was about 50-50. 50 of them liked it, 50 of them didn't like it. I don't even think there was anybody who loved it, but Waiting to Breathe was great. It was a huge success for Team Love. Lit, I'm starting to see that as the betas start. I'm going to tell you now, Lit starts off very hard. The writing is really good. It starts off with a bang. Then there's like a decline in terms of action, because I like to spend time in character development. Similar to the Lip series, I spent an entire book, Love Lost, on character development. And that lost a lot of people because it didn't heat up until the very end of Love Lost. And certainly by Unexpected, things were certainly well underway. Well, things are going to start off really high. Very, very attention grabbing and Lit. But about 30% of the book afterwards is probably going to be a decline. And that's subjective. It all depends on what your preference is. As an author and a reader, I like to get to know people. I want them to be real to me. You cannot just, I love this saying. You cannot piss on my back and tell me it's raining. I want you to tell me why these people are so angry. Why is there so much angst? Why is this chick always running? Why is she always crying? Why is she always angry? Why is he always preoccupied? I need for you to demonstrate that to me. And as an author, that's my challenge to myself, to make you and me, myself, understand these characters, whether we agree with them or not. That I can't control. I don't agree with a lot of what my characters do at all. But as my role as their quote-unquote counselor, I try to get them to look at life from a new perspective, to get them to a better place so that they can what you're going to experience. So there's that valley period of when you get to know Elle, and you're not really getting to know all of Elle. You're not getting to know all of Jackson. You're just getting to know what their day-to-day lives are, who they're connected to, who are these people. You know, just some characteristics about, you know, a few of the people that's taking place or that's involved in this story. And then things starts to heat up. Once they start to trust each other, once they start to kind of relinquish themselves to this thing, this phenomenon that's taking place, which is them, you know, they're bonding, they're falling in love, and neither one of them wants to, but you know, it happens. So I'm at the point in my reading, I'm about halfway through my reading, because I'm tweaking, I'm picking up things that, you know, to me doesn't read very well, and you know, just things that I want to kind of emphasize and stretch the point of, or things that I just feel like I overdid. So I'm at 50%, and I can tell you that I'm probably about the 40% mark is when I really started getting into it. It really started heating up. Really impressed with some of the new techniques that I'm trying out. I really do like how I'm able to throw the book to the wall and see how it settles. I'm gonna do better with my editor. I keep telling both of them I'm gonna do better, I promise you. Even with my beta readers, I gotta do better. I have to do better, because what I'm churning out to them, they don't get the masterpiece, which is why a lot of people say, I want to be a beta reader, I want to be a beta reader. And I'm like, no, you don't want to be a Love Belvin beta reader, because Love Belvin gives off scraps. You really have to be familiar with my writing style, and you also have to trust me if you're going to be a beta. And I don't trust that to everybody. So, but I'm starting to see where I need to improve on them so that I can get what I need from them. Even on this project, we've employed employee implies paying, and that's not the case, but we've pulled on proofreaders, because that's one of my issues. You know, I always go back after I release a book to, you know, edit and find errors, and you know, it happens, and I would like to do less of that, and I understand that I need several eyes on it in order to capture it, and I'm kind of really excited about the inclusion of that piece. Shout out to Tina for that, one of my proofreaders. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to, I mean, did I give anything away? I hope I did. I hope that was informative in terms of, you know, what to expect from them. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of things. That's just Love Belvin. I'm learning not to apologize for what I put out there. I put out there what entertains me first, and if it entertains me, if I'm writing about it, it entertains me. I'm just challenging myself to get you to open your minds to these same people. I'm already good with my work. I'm already satisfied with at least the storyteller in me. The writer in me is who I struggle with, who I have to constantly work on. But these characters are hugely intriguing, so I'm already captivated. I think a part of my job is to captivate you, and I'm hoping to do that. And I've learned with Waiting to Breathe, even with my beta process. Not everyone who loved the previous project is going to love everything that I put out. I get that. I totally understand that. But I have to like and love what I put out. And I think that if I do it, I'll have some level of success in getting you to at least appreciate it. You know, even if Elle is not your favorite heroine of mine, Jackson may not be that ideal lover for you, but I still would like a connection. I still would like for you to care about them. I still would like for them to be on your minds after you're done with the read. If I can do that, then that to me is success. So I'm hoping for that. In conclusion, hopefully I can upload this. In conclusion, I think we're supposed to have a trailer out to you before the release. You guys don't know what I go through behind the scenes. I gotta satisfy this person, satisfy that person. And by the way, I do have a personal life. LB does rent a body from someone who doesn't have much of a life, because LB is so, you know, so demanding. LB herself is so demanding, trying to get work done, trying to allow my mind to run, and I do have other responsibilities. Speaking of which, can't wait to see Jamaica in the Bahamas. Rita's supposed to be coming to the Bahamas. I'm bringing my siblings there, so I can't wait to meet you guys. I'm not shy. I'm not private. I promise you I'm not. I just rather you focused on, I rather not give so much of LB away, things that really doesn't matter, like what I look like, you know, what my real life is like, because I want you to focus on the work. I want you to gravitate to that. I mean, you will see my face eventually. I plan on doing signings. Shout out to, I guess you guys are calling yourself DC3 now, but Lisa Marie and Cherie and my girl Alexis, Reality Bites. These bloggers are planning something huge for African American authors. Sorry, I'm on my way to get coffee. That's when you hear my windshield wipers. But they're getting some things together so we can have a signing, and I'm praying for the success of it. And I think now I'm rambling on. There's one other thing I wanted to mention. Oh, Rita. Speaking of Rita, so I do think Ezra's story will be next. Ezra's story is going to be really difficult for me. It's going to cause me to do a whole lot of research. It's going to cause me to really, really go in. It's either his story or another story that I've been pitching to my publisher and my author Bay. But I think Ezra has been speaking to me the most. So Rita, you may get your wish on Ezra. Ezra's gonna make he's gonna make me crazy. He's also going to get me in a lot of trouble, that Ezra. But we're gonna try that. Anyway, I'm gonna let this go. I hope I gave something away. I'm sure you guys will tell me if this video was worthwhile. But I really do want it. You know, I wanted to just give you the heads up, like, you know, this is different. It is a journey. That's not different for me. All of my projects is a journey. It's not a quick story. It's not a simple solution. It's not, you're not going to get lovey-dovey characters all the time. But I think there's good in all people, well, most people. And I think that most people have redeemable qualities. Those are the things that I try to tap into with my characters. And I hope you're able to appreciate that, because I do. If they did not get that from me, if I did not pick that up from them, they would have never made it to my workstation. So I'm just hoping that I don't lose many of you. I mean, I lost people with Waiting to Breathe, but I also gained people. And it's probably going to be the same thing with Lit. But you know, we keep the train moving. We have a lot more in store, and to God be the glory. We're gonna keep it moving. All right, that's it. Signing off. LB.